Bitch, here's a list of things I do and don't care about as a mom. Some of these might be pretty controversial, so let me know in the comments if you do or don't agree with me and what some of your big ones are. The first one is cussing. Now, I might feel different about this one if I had a kid that was like dropping F-bombs all the time. And obviously we've taught that there's a time and a place, like absolutely no at school. But girl, we could give two shits about cussing. Also, they're just words and I want to know who declared them as bad words. I also don't care about a little bit of back talk. Now, I do care about the context and the delivery of the back talk, which is actually something we're actively working on. But I want my child to feel confident in sticking up for themselves and speaking their opinion. But we're not going to be disrespectful and we're not going to do it in the high-pitched, whiny voice. I also don't care about perfect attendance and I don't care about homework. I mean, we're not intentionally skipping school all the time, but we are not going out of our way just for a perfect attendance award at the end of the year. And the homework thing, specifically in elementary, that's a no for me, dog. Another pretty controversial one that my husband and I have actually been talking about a lot is church. We absolutely do not care to raise our child in church. And in fact, we are putting parameters around her being able to go to church until she's old enough to conceptualize and critically think about these things on her own. Maybe it's just because we're in the South, but there is just like too much fear-based teaching in the church that I don't love. I don't want my child being terrified anytime she makes a mistake that she's gonna go to hell. There's also so many people in the church that have so many like strong or rogue beliefs one way or the other. And just leaving my child alone with them for them to teach them whatever they want just absolutely does not sit well with me. She spent 2 days at our local VBS recently. And I know every single person there meant well. But just within those 2 days, she came home talking about things from like a fear-based perspective that we just absolutely did not agree with. And so with that, we are going to be very careful and very intentional about her teachings around church and religion in general. Baby, we are not the parents that are just going to do it because that's how it's always been done. Or because that's how our family thinks and how we were raised. I do not care about her having friends over and then playing at our house, but I do care about whose houses she's going to. We always wanted to be the fun house that all the kids came to. And obviously we let her go to her friend's house, but we are very careful about who she goes to play with and also absolutely who she stays the night with. I also do not care about living room play. We absolutely are a living room family. And does the giant freaking Barbie dream house in my living room mess up my aesthetic? Yes. Do I care? No. She has so much more fun playing in the living room when she can be around us while she's playing. And we are so proud that we've raised a child that is happy and comfortable and confident playing in the living room and playing around us and not feeling like she has to be like locked in her room all the time. With that, I do not care about her having alone time or being in her room with her door closed. In fact, I know she's only 6, but I actually knock on her door before I go into her room just to show her some respect to her own private space. I do not care about unsupervised play, obviously within reason and like safe boundaries. In fact, I encourage unsupervised play, and there are plenty of studies out there that show how important it is for your children to have unsupervised play. I do not care about the music she listens to. We do not have strong restrictions around it. Obviously, we're not playing anything that's like crazy, vulgar, or inappropriate, but bitch, I am not listening to Kids Bop 24/7. I do not care if she gets ready every day or is wearing like the perfectly curated, cutest outfits all the time. If she wants to have a lazy day and lounge around in her pajamas all day, by all means, baby. And if we're going to dinner and she wants to wear a princess dress, by all means, baby. We have always let her pick out her own outfits, and honestly, I think it's helped build her confidence so much. She has so much fun doing it. I'm also not going to force her to wear something uncomfortable just because it's cute. I don't care about co-sleeping. We actually co-sleep a lot still. I prefer for her to at least start in her bed, but I do not mind if she comes in our bed in the middle of the night. Also, I don't care what her sports and hobbies are. I want her to do something that she enjoys. I'm also kind of in the middle about her quitting things. I absolutely do not want her to quit like mid-season, but I also want to teach her that if something is like detrimental to her health and she's miserable doing it, that she absolutely doesn't have to continue doing it. If we're gonna quit, we're gonna quit on our best day kind of mom. All right, bitch, let me know in the comments what you think and let me know what things you do and don't care about as a parent. Love you long time.